Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of our Flutter and Firebase authentication series. In this tutorial we will learn how we can implement Facebook sign-in to your application. And yeah, if you haven't watched part 1, then do click on the link which is popping up on right side of your screen. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started. As you remember, we have created our controllers, our models, our login page and also implemented sign-in with Google in our application. Now the next step to implement is we have to implement this login with Facebook option. So for doing that, first and foremost thing, what we need to do is we will go to developer.facebook.com and here we have to click on this My App section. And here you can see we got the section open and it is showing no apps yet because I haven't created any app yet. So we'll just click on this create new app and you can select which type of app you want to create. For this tutorial I'm going with a business app. So I'll click on continue. We will have to write our app name. So we'll write login tutorial application. Okay, this will be our contact email. Yes, this is yourself or your business. No business manager account. You'll just click on create app. And here you have to enter your password. So I'll just enter my password here. So this is creating the application for us. And here we got our application created. So here you can see there are so many options like add event, audience network, Facebook login, fundraiser. So we have to click on this Facebook login section. And in here we have to click on this Android section. Now it is saying to download the latest Facebook SDK for Android. We don't need to do that because we already have our package installed. And the next step is we have to import the Facebook SDK. So I guess we don't need to do this also. Yeah. But we'll be just copying this section. Where we have to copy, open your app, Gradle script module. Okay, so this would be in our app section. Implementation. Okay. And now we need to click on next. Okay, so it is asking for our package name. So we'll just go to source, main and Android manifest section. And here we will just copy this and we will paste it here. Again we are doing the same here also, but here you can see we have to write this main activity also. So we'll just copy paste the same thing and we will write main activity. Let's click on save and now continue. Now these are some important things. First thing that we need to do is we have to generate this hash key. Okay. How you can do that? If you are on a Mac OS, you will have to just copy and paste this thing, and if you are on a Windows, you have to just copy and paste this thing. I'll be providing a link to this section in description. So we will just copy this and paste it in our terminal window. And here I will paste this command. So it is asking for my key store password. I will write my key store password. Okay, so this is our hash key. We'll just copy and paste it here. We'll click on save and we'll click on continue. Okay, so it is asking for single sign-in. We'll just go with next. Now the main thing that we need to do is we have to create this strings.xml file. How you can do that? You'll just go to your Visual Studio Code and in here you can see we have this resource folder, and in this resource folder we will have this folder values, and here in values we have to create a new file. We will write strings.xml, and now in strings.xml we will just copy this thing and paste it here. And remember, whenever we create any XML file in Android Studio in Android, we also have to provide the app name for it. So how you can do that? And here what we need to do is we will write resources and the app name. We'll just write string name, app name, login, sign in, or rather login tutorial. We'll just close our string. Okay, so we got our string.xml file created. We already have our style.xml file. Now what next permission we need to do is we will open our Android manifest and copy this file, copy this thing also. Just copy it here. Okay, we'll just click on next. We click on next again. We click on next again. Don't need to return this. We don't need to return this callback and all. Just click on next, and we're good to go. Let me go to my dashboard again, and here we have implemented our application to our project. Now the main thing is we have to begin our coding part. So we'll just go to this Facebook sign in, and here we have to create our Facebook sign in controller of change notifier type, as we created for our Google login. I forgot to mention class. Okay, now we have to create a map of user data. Okay, and we will create a login function. What this login function do is it will take a variable value of result and it will await for Facebook authentication and store the value in it. So we'll just log in. Okay, we have to import this class Facebook auth.i login. For logging we have to provide some permissions. This would be public profile, and the second one would be email. Now we have to check the status of our login. So we'll just write if result.status is equals login status dot success. Then our request data would await for Facebook authentication, and we will get user data. Now in user data we have to map our values. First field would be email, name, and then picture. Now we will assign our map the value of requested data. User data is equal to request data. And as you know, we have to notify our listeners. All this thing I have already explained in my previous video, so if you haven't watched it, then do watch that part also. Now we'll create a logout function, and here we will write logout async. This would await for Facebook authentication. And here we have to write logout. As we log out, we will assign the value of user data to be null and notify our listeners. Okay, so this was the Facebook sign-in controller. Now we have to just go to our login controller and we will again write all this command there. Here you can see we have all this thing here. Here we have this Google login. Now we have to create function for Facebook login. Now in Facebook login, this would be an async function. Here again we have to just copy and paste all those things. Just go to our Facebook. I'll just copy till here. We'll just go to our login controller. So we have to first of all import this Facebook auth library. Now, as you remember, here we have assigned the value of request data to the user data map, but here we will assign the value of request data to our user detail map. How you can do that? You write this dot user detail. You write new user detail. You write display name as request data. This would be name. Email request data email. Last would be our photo URL. So we'll write request data. So the format of this is, first we'll go to picture section and then from there we will go to this data section, and in data we will get our URL of our photo. So we'll write URL, and we have to do this null safety also. Okay. Again we have to notify our listener about this. So click on notify listener, and here in logout, I guess we are need okay. And here in logout we have to write await Facebook auth dot logout. Okay, so this was our login controller. We also have our Facebook sign-in controller done. Now main.dart file also done. So the last thing that we need to do is we have to just implement the same thing of gesture detector to our Facebook button also. We'll just copy and we will just paste it here. Just click on save, and here in place of Google we will write FB. In place of Google login we will write Facebook login. Okay, so we saved everything up. Now I'll just go to my terminal and restart the app again. Hot restart. Okay, so as it was not able to run on Visual Studio Code, so I tried running the application use flutter run command by terminal, but I can see there is this option of invoke method and not able to synchronize. So I was going through the code, and here I see that in our main.dart file we have written this change notifier provider. We'll also written create, but we forgot to add the child of it, and that child would be the login page. So like login page. Actually I just wanted to show you that we went into some errors, so I just cross checked my code, and what I found was, now here you have to also copy this thing. We copied the internet thing, but we forgot to copy this metadata. Just open up my project again and go to Android app source main Android manifest file. And I'll just close everything up and I'll run the application again. Okay, so after making so many mistakes, so we finally solved it. Let me just give an overview of what the issues were. So when we were connecting our Facebook app to our Flutter, the things that we did, first of all, we added this strings.xml. We also added permission, but we forgot to add this metadata section. What I did was I just copied it here and I went to Android manifest and I pasted it above the metadata section so that I don't collide with any other libraries. And after that I have saved everything up. Here we have our app finally in front of us. So if I click on login with Facebook, here you can see I'm displayed with a pop-up, and here we have a login tutorial application which will access our name, email and other public info. So if I click on continue as Shivan, it will load the app for me, and here you can see we have our photo, email and our name. Here you can click on logout also. Okay, so this was everything for today's video. Thanks for watching and do subscribe the channel.